couple of reflections on static cardiology station number 3. So my first rhythm that I had in the third station was a ventricular tachycardia with a pulse. And you might be asking yourself, why, Mark, didn't you actually consider adenosine for this patient? So let's elaborate a little bit further on this whole idea of tachycardias and the one that I actually had, which is ventricular tachycardia and pulse, and let's say as opposed to SVT, which is another one that you see an awful lot, or something you might see a little bit less often, which is a Y-complex tachycardia of an unknown origin. So let's start with SVT and work our way down. So SVT is a tachycardia that is a narrow complex tachycardia. So when you look at the strip, remember it's one beat after the other in very, very close succession and all very uniform. When you look at a wide tachycardia of an unknown origin, you're going to see indications or hints of maybe it's coming from this part of the heart or maybe it's coming from that part of the heart, as opposed to, let's say, ventricular tachycardia with or without a pulse, right? You're going to see a pretty uniform description of your wave. Again, going back to that particular patient, let's say that instead of it being Vtach with a pulse, it was actually a wide complex tachycardia of an unknown origin, and that's what I identified the rhythm is, then I would have probably used adenosine because what I'm trying to do is figure out is the rhythm actually originating up in the atria as opposed to down in the ventricles, and adenosine is going to give me a chance to do that. This patient had a rhythm of ventricular tachycardia with a pulse, so I knew that amiodarone was the correct pharmacology. Now, one of the other rhythms that I had for that particular station was